Hello everyone. It is very nice to see you all here. My name is Subodh Kumar Mishra. I'm a 2021 Myotonic Dystrophy Foundation Research Fellow. Currently, I'm working as a postdoctoral researcher in the laboratory of Professor Andrew Berglund at the RN Institute on the campus of the State University of New York. My research field in the Berglund involved testing drug-like molecules to find out promising compounds that possess maximum benefit for treating the molecular causes of DM1 with the minimum side effect. I'm focused on correcting the errors in the processing of RNA that result for the expression of repeat expansion that causes DM. In my studies, I have found a class of natural compounds that are normal part of our diet and improve the molecular disease feature of DM1 in both cell and mouse model of DM1. Since these molecules are part of our normal diet, they could possibly be taken as a dietary supplement for disease improvement. As you are likely aware, myotonic dystrophy type 1 and type 2 are neuromuscular disease caused by the production of toxic RNA due to a mutation in the DMPK and CNBP genes respectively. These toxic RNA mask the function of muscle-blind-like family of RNA binding protein by binding all the MBNL protein and preventing it from doing its normal function in the cell. MBNL family of protein are one of the key regulatory players that process RNA message in the cell from several biologically relevant genes. When the MBNL protein bind the toxic DMRNA, the cells start producing incorrect form of these RNA messages, many of which are directly responsible for disease symptoms. For example, incorrect version of RNA message for the chloride channel gene causes myotonia, which is the impairment of muscle relaxation. Another example is incorrect RNA message from the insulin receptor gene that raises insulin resistance in the DM patient. Correction of these incorrect RNA messages related to the MBNL is at the heart of my research. This research is important because there are no disease targeting FDA medicine currently available so far. The goal of my current study is to find naturally available compounds which have little to no side effect in people that could stop the production of toxic DM1 or DM2 expansion RNA and rescue the abnormal RNA message for MBNL regulated genes. To accomplish this, I choose a set of library of 390 compounds from natural sources that was provided by National Cancer Institute. Each compound of the library was tested in a cell line that previously developed to model DM1. Each compound was tested separately or screened in the cell line to see if they had an effect on the DM1 expansion RNA. The screening lead us to natural compound we are calling NP1 that stop the production of toxic RNA by approximately 45%. We also tested NP1 in a skin cell line or fibroblast as well as muscle cell that had been generously donated by DM patients. This study revealed that NP1 promisingly rescued misproduction of RNA messages from various MBNL1 dependent genes, including the insulin receptor gene. Based on these promising results in the laboratory cell lines, we then tested NP1 in a well-known mouse model of DM1. This mouse model, which was originally made by Dr. Charles Thornton, has repeat expansion responsible for DM1 placed in the human skeleton alpha-actin gene and integrated into the mouse genome. This arrangement means the DM1 repeat expansion is expressed only in skeleton muscle of the mice, making it as a good model to examine DM1 muscle symptoms. This muscle has phenotypic and molecular feature of DM1, including myotonia, myopathy, and abnormal RNA production, respectively. Treatment of these mice for either 6 or 12 weeks with NP1 provided in their drinking water reduce the production of toxic DM1 RNA, rescue the disease RNA message, and improve the myotonia. Overall, we believe NP1 shows great potential to improve the molecular and phenotypic feature of DM1 due to its its excellent safety profile, NP1 is well tolerated and often used as a dietary supplement. The safety profile and our experimental results is encouraging us to further test this molecule with the goal of testing in future clinical trials. Currently, trying to we are trying to better understand how this drug rescue DM1 feature, improve its performance, and better understand the best method to treat patients with this drug. While there are no disease-targeting FDA-approved drugs available for DM, myself and other researchers are making important strides toward developing these therapies. A lead compound with promising anti-DM activity and excellent safety profile is an excellent first step toward providing hope for the DM community. Nature has been a rich source of therapeutic substances for millennia. Before the emergence of industrial chemistry, natural substances provided humans with numerous medicines, including antimicrobial and anti-cancerous agents. Naturally available molecules make excellent starting compound for drugs, given their low toxicity treatment, tremendous diversity, and similarity to natural metabolites. Between 1981 to 2010, approximately 34% of FDA approved medicine were based on a small molecule of natural origin or their direct derivative. My current project was inspired by the impressive potential of natural compound as a potential drug molecule. Knowing the power of natural compounds, my goal has been to test the therapeutic potential on a wide range of natural compounds for the treatment of DM. Our current lead compound NP1 is present in various fruits, vegetables, and other food products such as apple, onion, green tea, kale, spinach, dark chocolate, and even in red wine. The broad availability of this compound in our daily diet has me excited to learn more about this compound and to hopefully one day start a potential clinical trial on its effect on DM patients. I am very thankful to Myotonic Dystrophy Foundation for their financial and mental support. This support has strengthened my will to pursue this research, and I hope this work will bring forward a therapeutic drug for DM patients to make their life easier. I'm also thankful to my mentor, Dr. Clary Reddy and Dr. Bugland. Their constant support helped me a lot to push me the project forward and keep it moving in the right direction. Last but not least, I would like to thank entire DM community for their kind support. Thank you so much.